Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to create a card with a new collection at Spellbinders with a few of the items in the new collection. The collection is called Open Road, and this is the On Cloud 9 die set. It is pretty basic. It is clouds, lots of different shapes of clouds, which is lovely. I love clouds for scene building. And this has 6 different shaped clouds, which is nice. We're going to use that for our card today. And then we're also going to use a brand new embossing folder. This is called Head in the Clouds. And this embossing folder, let me show you, is all clouds. A cloud-lined background. And I'm excited about this because I just think it looks so neat. I bet you they might even line up. I want to die cut out my clouds with white cardstock, and let's see if we can line these up. I'm just going to die cut out one of each. How about that? So these are our clouds, and I bet, well, I thought they might, oh no, I thought they might line up, but they don't. They're pretty close though. But they are like the perfect size little clouds for scene building. But let's open this up and we're going to do a little bit of embossing with my waterfall colored cardstock. Let's run this through the die cutting machine. Now this panel is slightly smaller than my card base. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. You know, I like that border around my card base, so I make my panel smaller. But I'm going to run this through my Platinum 6. One thing I do want to let you guys know is with the Platinum 6 die cutting machine, it is so nice with the Spellbinders embossing folders. These will go through all die cutting machines, of course. You just have to use the special sandwich for each. But with the Platinum 6, you just need one of your cutting plates. So you put this on your platform with one cutting plate on top and it will emboss beautifully. Isn't that so fun? Cloud-filled background. So we're going to use that for our background. I'm going to actually bring in my Picket Fence Distress ink and my little mini blending brush, and I wanted to see if I could add just a little bit of softness with my white ink. And I don't want to go through everywhere, just maybe little pockets, because I want to add those clouds in my background and I don't want too much white showing. But with Picket Fence, I think you can get away with that. I just want to create like a dreamy, airy look, and I think this Picket Fence will work good. You can kind of see here. Just select the areas. Okay, I'm going to clean up my work surface, and then we are going to add our clouds. Now I'm going to stamp a sentiment on one of my clouds. I'm going to be using the Tweet Sentiments. And there is a sentiment in here that says, have an amazing day. And I hope you all are having an amazing day. I think it's a beautiful day today. We are so blessed. The sun is out. Like 69 degrees today. It is beautiful. I'm going to take my black ink. I use VersaFine. I'm going to ink up my sentiment and stamp that on my largest cloud. It's going to fit perfectly. Lovely. And then our sentiment is good to go. Now, since we are using Tweet Sentiments, I thought we would go ahead and build some birds. So with that, I'm going to be using the Sweet Birds on a Branch die set. So I have some cardstock here, and This was one of my favorite little birds. So I'm going to die cut. These birds are so easy to put together. I'm going to die cut it out with light and dark yellow cardstock. And then I have two different shades of leads. This is, no, this one is beeswax. All of these are Spellbinders Color Essential cardstocks except for this one. I'm going to die cut out a light and dark yellow with my bird. And then with my tree branch, I'll use Portobello. There's some little legs you can die cut out. I'm going to die cut that out with some black cardstock. And then some leaves. I'm going to die cut out. It's nice that there's 4 leaves. I want to die 2 sets with the lighter and the darker greens. I believe this is peridot and this is rainforest. So I'm going to die cut and then put a couple birds together. Okay, I have everything die cut. Now we're going to go ahead and zoom in and let's build a little bird. Easy peasy to do. And you need your glue for this. And I'm going to add a little glue to the belly of the bird on both of them. When you die cut out 2, you can make 2 birds. So let's grab my jewel tool and add the darker belly to the lighter bird. And there's embossed detail, and so you might want to use that as a guide. So we've got our bird's belly, and then for the little wings I'm going to pop up with some small foam squares. And I have some very small foam squares we can use. And if you wanted to do a little bit of shading on here, you could, but I'm just going for the colored cardstock look. And there is etched detail on those little birds. So you have some feathers on those wings. Pretty easy peasy. I'm going to flip over the birds. I have a small strip of black cardstock. Add a little glue. And we can add that behind our bird, covering the bird's eye. And then we have the little bird's feet, which is looped, which is really nice. And I'm going to add that behind the bird here. So the loop's behind the body, and you just see the 2 legs sticking out. Is that not so cute? Very easy to put together. I'm going to do the same thing. I just have to find the other bird leg. Take my panel and we're going to flip it around, and I'm going to add some tape behind it. We're going to adhere this to our card base. Once we have our panel adhered, we're going to go ahead and add some clouds. Now I want to pop this branch up. Let me zoom back out. I'm going to lightly tack this closed, but I'm going to take my branch and I'm going to add some adhesive behind 2 ends. And then I want to be able to pop this up. So what we're doing is putting the clouds behind the branch. Let's scoot this over here, maybe right here. I think that will look good. And then this way I have a wider surface to put some foam adhesive. And I'm going to add some foam adhesive behind this cloud also. This is the one with my sentiment. Let's see. We're going to take this cloud and add this to the open area on top. And then I love that there's different sizes. Okay, I went ahead and created another bird, this time using some peachy colored cardstocks. I think the 2 yellows look too similar. So let's use these two instead. This way we have a little bit more of a variant in color. And then I'll add one to this branch. And then I'll add another one to this branch. And then we have our leaves. The leaves are just going to make it pop, I think. So I'm going to use my glue, and we're going to just adorn this card with some leaves. I want to use some Color Essential Gems. This is the Silver Mix. The Silver Mix has some like diamond color clear, and that's what I'm going to add. Just a few. And then I'm going to be using my glazing glue and add, you know what? Instead of a glazing glue, let's add some Nouveau Crystal drops to the eyes of our bird. I'll use my ebony black. Let's see. I haven't used it in a while, so I wanted to make sure that it was okay to use. And we're going to add one drop to the birdie's eyes. It's going to just make those a little bit more vivid and give me some dimension. And then that is my project for today. Oh, let's trim off the excess here. But that finishes off my project today using the two new items from the Open Road collection, some clouds. Just love the way this looks, nice and springy. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you again soon. Bye-bye.